We're gonna have to redo the entire fucking puzzle. Oh, hey, welcome. Welcome to part 6. Last time I was failing horrendously at the veilstone gym. We never actually finished it. So we'll be back to it in due time because yeah. I'm just gonna double check. Was the trigger for this bit acquiring the gym itself? Or... yeah, okay, across the gym itself. Well, we won't have access to fly yet, that's for damn sure. However, we aren't actually stopped from making progress to other locations that may or may be more fruitful in the destruction of other trainers, as we can just immediately head on south if we desire to. This is a good thing, although we will not have access to fly, so... oh, that's a psychic. Let's, do we actually have a data? Oh yeah, we do have bite. Okay, good. So, let's level up our Pokemon while doing other things, because we aren't in the veilstone gym at this very second. Trainer says to look out behind us, but seeing as there's no one behind us, I feel like they might be trying to play mind games. Here goes, it goes. Okay, I'll be more humorful about that. By Jove, it's a Ghastly! The weakest version, and at this point should really be Haunter, but I'm not going to complain too much because Haunters can be a bit more problematic due to their variety of skills that Ghastly doesn't normally learn at the level that they could be at. And oh look, it's Mischievous! Mischievous! Introduced in Generation 2 in Mount Silver, which, FYI, is the last area of the game. We murder it with Bite, because of course we do. But in Generation 4, it did gain the evolution Mischievous. And of course, for anyone that likes Pokemon Infinite Fusions, they give it's definitely a reference that they chose to give with a Miss Magius and Electrode Fusion. You know the one. It might be the other way around because of head to body, but those that have played it may know. I'm not going to say here because you never know, someone might want to play the Infinite Fusions while I'm playing an official Pokemon game. Regardless, Kadabra, which utilizes Disable. It was faster, so Bite's disabled, meaning our Bite got disabled. We lose our turn. Darn. And yeah, Kadabra and Alakazam have the move Kinesis. Somehow, Bendy Spoons equals my accuracy. No! I don't get it, but it's a Gen 1 move, so we could just say damn you Gen 1 and be done with it. It's funding our attacks because of the Kinesis. We're going to switch to Luxio. The Intimidate won't do shit because Kadabra's a special attacker, but Dark type moves. Dark is the crippling factor to all Psychic types, just because, well, Psychic can't hit Dark and Dark easily deals with Psychics. So, really, it was just balancing. Generation 2. Ah, Psycho Cut! That's actually a good Psycho type move. Shame it's a physical maneuver more often than not, but ah well. This Kadabra would be more scary if it, instead of Psycho Cut, it had Psychic. I'm just spitballing ideas there on how movesets should work. So the strategy of trying to make us go, oh god, why? Didn't work exactly. Ah well, we steal their money as per the norms of Pokemon Battle 1-on-1, and we get to just carry on with our adventures. Hey look, berries! We got ourselves some cherry berries. That one rhymes more than most. Citrus berries, we will always be happy with having some more citrus berries on our inventory because those are useful for healing purposes. Chesto berries. And these ones are Pomeg berries. Anyone who knows of any amount of glitching in Gen 3 would be able to immediately tell you about how Pomeg has some interesting effects. However, I don't give a shit about Gen 3, so we'll just ignore it. Heading into this cave here, it's a Rune Maniac cave. Everyone calls me a Rune Maniac. I don't care what they call me. I'll just keep chipping away at the rock ball little by little. Do you know why? No. I'm a ruined maniac who is fascinated by the unknown. Ah, fair enough. You like shit Pokemon. I know it's a little sudden, but how about you and me have a race? You go and catch the unknown, and I'll keep digging away. We'll race to see who can get done faster. Well, seeing as I have no intentions in encountering unknown, and have no intentions of trying to catch every single variant of unknown, good lord, why would anyone want to do such a thing to themselves? We can find the TM Dig here, which I just picked up. Dig, in some generations, is a little weaker than you'd want with 50 power, and in some generations, I think, yeah, I can't see because of the mic. Ah, yeah, in this gen it's 80 power. Sweet, that's very useful. It's only available for Quogan to learn, unfortunately, on our current lineup. Burning me. So we'll just leave on the back burner for now. Houndoom can learn Flamethrower. We have the TM for it. My question is it worth it? It actually is worth it. It dies to... Oh, it dies to Lucario because Dark. That's the only reason why I'm like, but it is a fire type. One thing I do want to double check, and I'm sure I did this in a different part, is I don't like giving Pokemon moves that I know they can just get fire leveling. Feels like I'm because then it just makes me feel like I'm wasting my time. Whereas TM could be used on a Pokemon that could, say, get a nice bit of coverage. National Dex, because counting's not counted for. Does it learn Flamethrower naturally? Flame shot. Okay, it learns it at level 50. It's worth it to do it now. It is 100% worth it to do it now. It would mean that we have a fire type move on a fucking fire type. And since the special attack stat is actually the higher stat, it is utilising the better stat. Flamethrower, one of the best fire type moves you can have without sacrificing too much accuracy. Or any at all, even, in some cases. Shockwave is special. Oh yes, Volt Switch is also special. Grass Knot could be something we could put on Glow. We'll think about... Oh yeah, I have a Star Piece. Maybe Extra Fang would be useful against Melee. We'll think about that sort of stuff later. Since we are on a different route, we do have, of course, some grass we could utilise, or rock splashing the rock there. Inside this grass, we'll find, if it's a Bidoof, I'm going to punch myself, is Sudowoodo! Sudowoodo, a rock-type Pokemon. As part of its lore, it makes sense that it's purely just a rock type and not a rock-grass type. In Generation 9, a fun fact here, is that the Grass Gym Leader does use a Sudowoodo, who then proceeds to terrorize it into grass, thereby finally fulfilling its role as a grass type. Okay, well, first of all, ain't gonna do shit in this situation, so best bet it would be to actually switch to Glow and murder it with grass. Or even catch it, but nah. I think we don't need more ways of dealing with flying. That's really all Rook is good for, dealing with flying types and not getting murdered by... Oh, it mimicked our reversal. Actually, I gave it a good move to have there for this battle. You know what? Wow, I only have Pokeballs? I'm going to go and buy more balls after this or this, I think. Well, I gave it a shot, and I realise now that apparently that... Hang on, I should have Great Balls by now. Why would I not have... I'm questioning... Oh yeah, I have Pokeballs. Okay, well... Oh, that's been fun. Well, okay, we've learned our lessons. Let's just kill the Sudowoodo. We can head back up to Veilstone and buy Great Balls, because bloody hell am I a fool. And so, start with your levels to level 29. Actually, we're getting these level ups before going back to Mailing. Actually does make sense, because it means that we won't have the same issues. that we were definitely having, because Staravia will be higher level by default instead of leveling up in the battle, thereby theoretically getting stronger but not strong enough. This Rune Maniac has a Gyarados. So, yeah, we've seen it before, so... Mold Breaker! Breaking the mold. The mold has proceeded to be broken. We're gonna get our health back. Haha! Take that, you foolish rock type. Switching out. Whoa. That's cool, I guess. Houndoom versus Bronzor, a floating disc. And now to show off the effects of our flamethrower. You know what, let's use... No, I only have to find a counter. But it would get more experience if it was the one out on the field than in the party, so... Okay, I have a new theory with my back, other than potential weight issues. I think it does start to seize up on times when I'm when I just have stress. So I guess I guess I haven't solved any of the bloody anxiety stuff that occurs when I do try to stream. that's very oh, it's using defense skill. No, Harden. Why does Geodude run both defense skill and Harden, Game Freak? They both up your defense stat by 1. That's pointless. And also at 1 health, it's pointless upping your defense because 1 attack kills you. I mean, okay, congratulations, you wasted one of my Sucker Punch PPs, but that doesn't mean much when it's a PvE battle where the AI ain't then going to be like, aha, we fooled you. Like, congratulations, now I'm just going to go for an attack instead now, and now. Wait, that guy wasn't familiar with the Pokemon he was using? That kind of sucks. Traveling around the world chasing stories on mysteries. It's made me pretty tough. Bravo on you. I'm going to solve the mystery of who keeps eating all me gummy bears while the animations play. I think I've figured the answer out for that one though. It's me. Sheldon! I love the design of Sheldon. Too bad it's shite. If anyone mentions Zamorales, I'm going to punch them because, no, I refuse to accept any negatives about it. I don't care if the ice type's shite in every game ever. You put it on Pokemon, you put an ice type move on a Pokemon that isn't an ice type because the ice type itself gets countered by literally every common type that is used in offensive parties. And then Game Freak proceeds to make the ice type very defensive in nature, and it just makes you think, why would you do such a stupid thing? But hey, you know, it's how it is. You know what, yeah, Growl also has Bite. I have plenty of people that, I have plenty of Pokemon that use Bite. Psychic types have no chance against me, and that's fun. I like when that happens. I've played too much Gen 1 to not hate Psychic types to an extent. But Counter-Target Summons Gen 1 is a fast, very hard-hitting physical attacker. Unfortunately, in Generation 1, there isn't really many of that. There's obviously options for every type of Pokemon that you'd want to be running in Gen 1, but not good enough in a lot of senses, because the special stat at the end of the day is really broken, and then thank God they fixed that in Gen 2. Recently chose to load up Pokemon Crystal today actually, and in the morning, Fanfi is a 5% chance on the route that there's the connector bit, and you only go onto the route. The only time you go on that route is when you're going down from Blackthorn back to your hometown en route to going to Kanto and the Elite Four. And it's 5% chance. And then a 50% chance of just running. Oh, you're playing time. We can't get away, fuck! The fact is that Game Freak can fuck well off for that mechanic in Gen 2. Just, oh lads, oh, here I go, trying to find a Pokemon to catch and potentially want to be using at some point in the future. Hold on, let me flip a coin quickly. Heads! No you fucking don't! Collector Douglas! As a Roselia! Yeah! I've already shown off the shiny Roserade in the previous part, go look that up. Instead, and no, I won't tell you when, so you have no, I'll watch all of it. I realise now that the snarky approach to that idea would obviously be, no I don't. Fuck you for trying to make people watch your videos, and it's fair enough. I can't force people's hands after all. Oh, so we've been poisoned because of Poison Point? Fuck. So we're gonna have to hightail it to other places, / not use Grotle, because Grotle's going to die. Okay, yeah, we were switching, because actually, I feel like we should switch into Staravia. I have a feeling I know what I'm doing. That's going to be my path to victory, as it were, to taking down Maylin. Hopefully Houndoom gets enough levels, and in the process, we're probably going to get a Pokemon that's probably going to be a lot more useful. I'm fighting level 22 Pokemon with level 29 Pokemon. It shows that, once again, it's like, actually, yeah, you could go down here, blah, 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 blah. But I hate to leave gyms unfinished. Houndoom wants to learn the move Beat Up. Yeah. You know, we have Bite on so many Pokemon. Beat Up being on one wouldn't be the worst thing ever as like a various thing. But what does Beat Up do? Well, for 100% accuracy, which can be lowered, the power is based on, well, every single party member's attack stat. Practically. The more party you have, the greater the number of attacks. So you can have at most 6 attacks. It has its uses. And if you are looking for doing the contest stuff, this is going to be the first time I show it. It actually doesn't really do much other than fill up the heat gauge. No, not heat gauge, a heart gauge. Comparatively to some of these other moves. Doesn't show whether it's tough, cool, beauty, cute, or clever. Huh. Weird. But yeah, you know what? We'll swap out Bite for Beat Up. I quite like Beat Up as a move. It just makes sense as a dark type move where the Pokemon just goes, get them boys, and then everyone just swarms and just murders the guy. It's like, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Why would you not do that? Give yourself the unfair advantage. I realised I may have said something at the end of the Cold Steel 3 Part 2 stream that probably would play more Cold Steel 3. I was like, yeah, I'm going to get around to it. I've heard word that Kuro, this is Trails by the way I'm talking about, locally known as Trails Through Daybreak, is coming out this year. I have yet to get to Weathery still, because my idea was to play through all of Cold Steel in ways that maybe weren't the best at the start, I'll admit. And I then took a break at points multiple times because they're long games. And when you're playing a game a lot amount of time, eventually there's a part of my brain that decides to go bored now and go do something else. And it happens too often for my own taste. Kind of fun, ain't that? Thankfully, hopefully I'm currently mitigating that by playing an uncopious amount of WWE 2K24. Ah, the psychic actually does have Haunter! Ah, it's a spooky ghost! It's not its fully full form though, so I'm not too scared. So let's show off Beat Up. 1! Oh, we did so much damage with just 1. 2! 3! We only needed to hit it 3 times. That's useful. I think we might only be able to hit a Pokemon 5 times because we have an egg. And eggs can't really do that whole attacking thing. Just a thought. It's probably going to use Disable. Yeah, we should have used a different move. I'm too used to Gen 1's randomness. Where it is just straight up a random move will happen to it. Just get disabled. So it might not even be the move that you want it to be. So, you know. I actually may have fallen, but let's face it, Flamethrower's base 90 power is still going to hit like a ton of bricks. And that is cool. I think going through all the notes of things I've got in my brain at the moment. The thing you will be no easy matter. Yeah, of course it wouldn't. I have a Houndoom. You can't get one. One I can. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Well, actually no, we'll keep Houndoom up front. Don't know what this trainer will have. Oh, you want to teach me something about Pokemon. Pardon me by the way. In wrestling events, since Sting's retirement, looks like Dynamite lost 50,000 fans, and I shall just be laughing at them. Ha 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 ha. That's all I can say about that. Soon they're going to be saying under 700k is better than expected. You know, I'll be laughing. That it used to be a million. A million people in America used to watch your show, and now plenty of them have decided to go on, fuck that shit, I'm going to go and watch something else. There's no beating around the bush, and I'm not looking for AEW fans to suddenly start bearing down on me with like fangs and all that and start beating me up, because you can't lie about the statistics that we know of. Ratings have gone on a downward trend the entire time. It's just how it is. Interest has obviously gone down. In a way, I feel like this is a much more upbeat discussion than other things we could be talking about. This is just random shit that I'm talking about. If you happen to want to put input into this conversation on YouTube-wise, then you can just comment and I'll maybe respond. I might just heart it instead if it's something that I think is worth hearting. But that's on me. Damn it. Fire types. Beat up. Now we get to see more than 3 on this one. CFLive, it's just 5. That's 4. Oh, only 4 times. Does the Houndoom not count then? No, it makes sense, I guess. So I guess you can't do a max of 6. I would have thought it was. Yeah, this is this is Gen 8, so it would have been the same. So yeah, I'm just being dumb. I thought you could get up to 6 with like when Nickit uses it in Sword and Shield. Ah well. Doesn't matter too much as long as damage is still being done and all that. Level 27, Grottle to level 30. In a way, I kind of don't want Grottle to end up high enough level to evolve before I do the Water Gym, because we kind of then come a little bit weaker to it. Because Grottle's evolution, Torterra, is part ground. I don't know, I feel like I can't beat around the bush anymore. Sad news, as it was announced, literally I saw the news when I woke up this morning, that creator of Dragon Ball, one of the greatest anime and mangas of all time, no discussions on that, Akira Toriyama did die, and that was kind of unfortunate and very sad. And I noticed on Final Fantasy 14 today, I'm just running around on an Xbox account because it's got a free trial in open beta form, and I like making alts on Final Fantasy. I just do. I have a problem, and I'm aware of that. And I've noticed people doing a bunch of vigils for Toriyama in Oldar, and it's like, yeah, fair enough. I was just running past doing a Purgil's Quest instead, and shows that I don't give a fucking damn about people, but by that logic, but in reality, I do care. There's just not much else to say when someone dies other than condolences to family. And that's not being disrespectful, that's not being mean. It's just the brutal, honest truth. If it's someone that I knew on a personal level, then I'd be the one doing the grieving, and other people who didn't know them would be just simply saying their condolences. At least that's how I would want it to be. But then I am different from other people, obviously. I'm not like, I can't sing that song that refers to the female gender. Damn it. Well, that ruins the reference. Anyway, I think we need to do more upbeat stuff. So, recently I've, on Reddit, I saw someone gatekeeping, like, Summers aren't allowed to enjoy. And it's like a whole bunch of series that had new entries since Gen Z happened. Because it was like, oh, Metal Gear, which started in the 80s. Fire Emblem, which started on the NES. What else was on there? Oh yeah, Attack on Titan, which exists primarily during a lot of the early Gen Z's teenage years. Similarly with Breaking Bad, and it's like, yeah, see, I'm considered Gen Z. I would like to refute the point because I was born in the 90s. But apparently a good chunk of the 90s actually counts as Gen Z now, according to several sources, so on Wikipedia, so what am I to know about that, hey? The funniest thing is that all common things on there, it's like, yeah, okay, fair enough, you want to gatekeep, cool. I do have two questions. One, why would you want to reclaim My Hero Academia from Gen Z? Gen Z clearly claimed it first, and also why I thought that fandom was one of those fandoms you just wouldn't want to interact with on a basis of you're not completely drunk or high on copious amounts of the hardest drugs you can find that wouldn't kill you. And then obscure stuff like Lane. Like, seriously, like, who's going around going, no, you can't watch this anime that only had 13-ish episodes and a PS1 game that was basically a progenitor to all of those fucking walking simulators. Actually, yeah, we'll go. That's the thing. That's what I don't get about gatekeeping. It'd be like if right now I'm like, all you people that started with Scarlet and Violet are not allowed to claim that you love Pokemon. Because if you claim to love Pokemon, you would have considered Scarlet and Violet to be trash because of some graphical glitches that occurred when playing online, with people many miles away from you. Oh hell, I'm pretty sure I was gatekeepery towards multiple bands I listened to when I was going through school. Because I was like, you know, I don't like, I like metal. I like listening to Slipknot and System of Down. I'm pretty sure someone actually did come up to me and say, oh yeah, I like Slipknot too, and then I just turned away from them. I was an asshole throughout school, I think, a little bit. And then I blew all that mentality out the window when suddenly people learned that I kinda didn't mind some Maroon 5 songs. Triumph Pilots got caught into my head around 2016 when Blowface came out, and various other random ass pop songs would just be in my vocabulary, in my brain, and it's like, huh, wouldn't you know it? Maybe there's a thing called music is just music, and if it's good music, then people will just listen to it and will enjoy it. Not, oh, you must only listen to the most hardcore death EDM country punk song possible, or else you are not a true insert thing we call ourselves for this band that doesn't get any momentum ever half the time because they choose to shoot themselves in the foot, or one of the members are so problematic that you're just waiting for the day they just proceed to get themselves irrefutably no longer able to be in public eye, like, kind of thing. I know I might have been going a bit over the top there a little bit, but to be fair, some of those people are fucking bizarre to interact with. They just are. Anyway, Route 213, there's the whole resort stuff area. There's a bit over that way that we couldn't go to due to the whole, apparently the power being out. There's this trainer here with a blue Shellos, and no, it's not shiny, it's just the different sea variant. I stand stoically in front of a deep blue sea. Why? Because I'm a witch boy. The seaside suits me better than the sea. Ah, okay, you rich pompous dick. Anyway, welcome to the beach. We are certainly not equipped to be on the beach. Also, why the fuck am I having a Houndoom up front? That's a terrible idea. But there are trainers here. I can battle too, goes a young girl. They have a tube, hence their name is Tuber Chelsea. And a B-Bow. Ah, it's the normie pick of all water types. That's why it gets being normal type. We're being mean to B-Bow. I don't mean to be mean to B-Bow because obviously just a point of reference. Legends Arceus, there is an alpha B-Bow that's... Oh god, it can flinch spam with headbutt. Hey, it's using tackle instead. Yay. We accept the tackles. It means that it looks like I'm not fucking up and RNG is just saving the day. There is an alpha B-Bow in Legends Arceus and you have to dodge out of the way to begin with because it will be higher level than what you've got. But once you've got a grass type that's high enough level, it's like, yeah, just go in there and just murder it. Hell, catch it even. Then, because you can catch the alpha Pokemon quite easily. We beat them, and now they feel hungry. Yeah. Who knew telling B-Barrel tackle repeatedly would work up a advertise? Isn't this nice? I love my inner tube. Well, good on you, tuber thingamajig. Jared. And they have a Shellos! Of course, since we're on this part of Sinnoh, it's the blue one! Yeah! I like Shellos. I like Gastron, actually. Water ground, so yeah, grass murders it, but you know, that's just how it is. It's a blue slug of the sea versus the pink slug of the sea. And the fact that it's not gender specific is kind of cool. Because let's face it, why would anyone complain about wearing blue or pink? They're both perfectly adequate colours. Now if someone wanted to try and say, no, only I shall wear lime, or like other ungarish colours that you wouldn't actually say, so I would want to wear an outfit solely of that colour. You wouldn't do that sort of thing. Like, obviously, don't do that. This trainer has Shellos's galore. Hey, it's the other one. Well, let's Mega Drain Guard ourselves a little bit of health back. Oh, we didn't one shot with Mega Drain. Damn you, special usage. It's using Harden. Well. Where's my food? Like, this is getting me no experience. I couldn't move very well because my inner tube got in the way. How would that stop you from going, Shellos, use Harden? Like, I'd assume that unless you're trying to do the motion of hardening up, I don't get these trainers sometimes. There are rocks here that you can just break with Rock Smash. I don't know why you would, unless there's treasure underneath them. Or it's the Gen 2 logic where some of them may have, like, a Pokemon in, but I doubt it. We're just doing this for the fun of it, really. Ta-da! We broke them. Anyway, Dr. Footstep's house. Okay. Well, ignoring that guy's house, in the middle of the beach, that doesn't sound right. Here we find TM40, Aerial Ace. A weird, base 60 power, flying type move, sure, but it doesn't miss. So unless you've got something better to use, Aerial Ace, certainly a good move. I'm trying to not say F words for some reason. Don't know why. Anyway, this beauty has a Glameow. We've seen this before. I think at this point we've seen most of what we're going to see in terms of Pokemon, outside of like evolved forms of some of them, just due to the restrictedness of the Sinnoh decks. Like, I don't want to say like, oh, other gens don't have this issue. Like, no, they do. They do. Lots of every generation has this issue where there's just certain Pokemon you'll just never see in a trainer fight, even if they're like really common Pokemon and not like one of the rare ones. Like obviously in Gen 9 you won't just see a random trainer have a team full of Paradox Pokemon, because the Paradox Pokemon exist primarily within Area 0, and trainers aren't meant to just be able to go in and out of there. But you know what I mean. Pshaw. Oh, pshaw. These beauties are stupid. What would it be stupid? No, I don't know. I think my brain's cocked up again because now I'm just thinking, how stupid would it be to try and fuck a character that considers themselves a beauty? And I'm like, that doesn't seem right. That doesn't sound correct at all in the slightest, in terms of wordage. In terms of words, my apologies, I failed English after all 50 billion times. I'm not joking, I retook that GCSE 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 many times, too many times, like, too many to count. Anyway, Route 213 leads us into this connector, which then leads us into Pastoria City. Welcome to a new place. There's a Team Galactic one here as per usual, doing the whole... There's a package apparently coming from veilstone, and it involves explosions. And it's going to be a smashing job. Anyway, first things first, the Pokemon Centaur, where we can heal our team. So, to anyone that follows me on Twitch, if you did see a notification saying, the Go Live notification, keep in mind, it is, as I said it was, due to my own skill issues, I can't deny it. I've admitted it on multiple occasions. I fucked up in my strategy. And could I have possibly won on one of the attempts? Yes, but I didn't. That's the point. Anyway, before we head into the gym, there is a location we should be checking out. And one that is going to have a level of disdain towards. I don't know if this version will have anything inside of it that is worth getting, but yeah, you know. 30 Safari Bulls. Welcome to the Great Marsh. This is the Gen 4 variant of the Safari Zone, where you get a limited amount of steps / bulls, depending on which one's out first, to run around aimlessly and try and catch Pokemon. This one's quite large and splits itself into multiple areas. This is Area 4 apparently. It's also very muddy. And inside each of the areas we'll be able to find Pokemon, like Rupert! Look at him! No, he's got no arms. How does it function? Quite frankly, because Rupert is great, and we don't need to think about that any further. Now, obviously, the point is that this will evolve into a ground type, so we won't be using it. But it's Rupert. I want to catch Rupert because it's Rupert. Look at it. Look how happy it is, despite the lack of arms. And, of course, Paldean Rupert evolves differently to normal Rupert. You see, this Rupert will evolve into Quagsire, Waterground, and whatnot. But its Paldean form becomes Clodsire, and Clodsire is precious and should be protected under all costs, and hell, maybe in some cases, be the one protecting us. Who knows? But that's Generation 9 and Scarlet and Violet. It's nice that we caught something in here, because it means that I was able to show that off. Yippee. Now, you can navigate your way to other areas through just walking, but it's a lot harder than you may want it to be. It's a Badoo! We're just going to run. Now, we can use mud and we can use bait, but really it only matters if a Pokemon really needs it to be done. Really, the mechanics of the Safari Zone have been in place since Gen 1, and a lot of it is just goodness, because at the end of the day, you can just find common Pokemon. Like in Generation 1, you can find the Nidorands. You do not want to be finding the Nidorands because you'll be wanting to find Kangaskhan, and Chansey, and Tauros. And maybe an Executive. Actually, Executive I've found on consistent playthroughs of Yellow. so easily. And of course, you'd want to have a fishing rod that can fish up a Dratini instead of buying them from the game corner, because you don't want to be helping enforce the status quo of gambling is cool, guys. No, it's not cool. If you think it is, then you are absolutely 100% wrong. Ah, we've gone into the furthest point we can in terms of the train. So, if we want to carry on going north, we have to manually walk the way. There's an item over this way. Now in Generation 4, at least in Diamond and Pearl, in order to try and find some of the rare Pokemon, you had to like use binoculars in floor higher up in the Great Marsh building, and it would net you like, oh, here's a Pokemon that does show up in an area, but it's like it gives you like a zoomed in locale of the area, so you just wouldn't be able to tell exactly where you are. Wow, we're finding a load of Roopers. I only wanted to catch the one because we found it, and I don't remember what you can find. Ah, Super Repel. These are useful in just making sure we have no encounters, but why would you do that when encounters are part of Pokemon? It'd be like if a version of Final Fantasy allowed you to just remove encounters. Oh wait. We're in Area 4. Ooh, Carnivine. Might catch a put on the team for the purposes of the water gym. Might not be that useful, but you know. Dude. Hey, we caught a Carnivine! Carnivine! Most known for trying to nom on James's head in the anime. And it catches Pokemon because, well, it's bug catch Pokemon because it's a Venus flytrap. Known for being able to catch bugs and, well, it feeds upon it while it's still alive in quite a lot of cases. So we actually made it quite high up. Huh. There are 6 areas, supposedly. In reality, it's like there's this one up here, this one here, and this one here. So in reality, there's not really that many areas. There's just that. It's split into 6s. Shame that a lot of the encounters here are stuff that either we already caught or stuff that we just don't need. Shame, really. Also, if this was original Diamond Pearl, getting something like a Rooper actually at this point would be lovely, because then once we had access to stuff, boom, we have a water type for the purposes of stuff. But, you know, we have had a B-Ball anyway, so not so useful in that sense, I guess. But certainly would be better, I'd argued. Ooh, I think I might be heading the wrong way to get that item, whatever that is. Looked yellow to me, so could be a Safari Ball, could be something else. No, okay, that's not an item, that was just part of a ledge. My bad. We found a jar of honey here, though. That was an actual item. Throwing food at Pokemon makes it easier to catch them, but while eating it, they likely bolt. Which is rather stupid. Because it means that you do it, and then the game's like, oh, they flee. Ha. Ooh, Marill! Wait, so does that mean if you evolve into Azurill, it becomes a part fairy? Because this is Gen 8, not... Oh, well, never mind, we broke free immediately. And it's watching carefully, because, yeah, it will do that. We're just going to throw balls. I'm not even going to bother with anything else in terms of trying to catch. Like, we have the balls. Like, we'll just throw. I subscribe to the Holding B philosophy. And the circumstantial evidence of Marill actually getting caught this time when I holded the B button proves that it is true, and Game Freak are lying if they ever deny it. This is a lie, obviously it doesn't exist. Oh, it is actually a way part fairy. Now you see here, Marill here is part fairy, and oh, special attack up. I mean, okay, not the best Pokemon for it to have special attack up and speed down, but huge power. That's good. That means that 16 attack actually is not 16, it's actually higher than that. That's useful. And it already has Player Worth. Hold on a second. Player Worth? That's 90 power and 90 accuracy. And it may lower the target's attack stat. This is really cool. Aqua Tail, okay, decent water type move. Bounce, okay, some coverage. And Slam, where's my Switch controller? Please don't break. And Slam, which isn't the best. But I think it's fair to say we found a Pokemon we're going to have on our party now. And I'll take it over the egg. Because I did some looking up and it may still just be a Togepi. Which, again, fairy, but also flying as well. It's like, we have plenty of options for flying at this point. We don't need to add to it. Also, we need to find the stone for it to evolve fully. You know, at this point, I think with Mawilcourt, we're just going to head off to do more battling of the Pokemons. Oh, Psyduck. Now, Psyduck was findable earlier, and we actually do have one, so oops. Oops, I forgot we caught one. Oh, thank goodness we didn't. Oh, for me, it fled. Oops, that was not my intention of an attempt to catch there. My apologies for wasting that. Quagsire! Quag! Oh, look at its stubby face. I'm gonna throw a bullet at it anyway. Like, I know I call it Rooper, but like... I love Quagsire. I gotta say, Water Ground, a type combo that has no bad Pokemon. Like, let's see, Quagsire, Gastrodon, Mudkip's evolutionary lines, Water Ground. All in all, I just have to say that. Water Ground. Yeah, it's weak to grass. But that's its weakness for balancing purposes. And that's really all that there needs to be said about that. We're just running around. Can we see on the menu our steps? No, we cannot. Okay, that kind of sucks in a way. That's, You did. Oh, our Safari game is over. We used up all our steps. Now, as proof as to what I was saying earlier, we can go up here and there are some trainers about we can talk to. When you're walking on the bog, you sometimes sink right in. Yeah, that does happen. There are trainers here. Tell me I'm not imagining this. The Great Marsh Pokemon seem to be different from the ones yesterday. Yeah, they do rotate a bit. And yeah, those are called quick tramps that we used. And this trainer here just tells us that we can use these binoculars. Using them requires using 100 Pokédollars, and it will do this. Whereas like Rooper in this bit, and you have to decipher which part that's referring to. But do in that part. Rooper in that part. Lots of Roopers today. Bidoof. Starly. And that was that. So yeah, sometimes a wearer Pokemon might be a thing. Sometimes it might not. It's one of those things that just really makes you think, okay, so I've got to spend a week trying to decipher that, really? And, yeah, it sucks. But, regardless, we do have a gym here we can go into. Despite the fact that our main objective is the Pastoria City Gym, we can enter the water gym. How useful. Now, not necessarily going up fast the entire time. Why? Because flying water. Here's why Luxio's still in our party. Using the switches, we'll be able to lower and heighten the water. Oh, this also gives us time to get more experience with Novel, so this is useful. I'm going to update the wall when we're done with this stream. Or at least done with the recording of the part. Because sometimes I do think that I mentally think to try and shorten my streams down to record for the purposes of having recorded them for YouTube, and it's like, actually no, because I don't edit them, so really it's just a case of, hey, here are the VODs. And if you just don't want to watch 2-hour-long videos, fair enough. I can't be one to judge, because I regularly will just rewatch all of Funhouse's demo discs. And someone's done like the compilations of them by year, and that means good old 10-hour videos, you know? It's just like, I can't be one to judge. I cannot be one to judge, ever. So, if we press the green switch, it will reset it back to what it was before, which puts us back to square one, thankfully. But it is nice that we're able to learn the puzzle of the gym within the safety of that part. Now, we're at this bit, and, you know, pressing the green switch, we raise the water level, sure, but that gives us that one. Might as well talk to the fishers and fight them. I think it's the sailors in way have Ringolds. Oh, I think Ringolds exist a bit. Ah, Barboach! Proof that you can't just use electric types because Barboach is part ground. Again, a water ground type. And I like the design of Barboach. The water grounds keep winning. And Mud Slap, okay, Mud Slap, that can lower accuracy, but, or is it speed? No, accuracy, okay. That does suck a little bit if it wasn't for the fact that we were one-shotting with Razor Leaf. So, all in all, Growl's level 31 now. Maybe Luxio will get to level 30 before we get to the gym fight, because then it will be a Luxway. Just saying, I would prefer that over not, but you do you, video game. Do around this area. And this sailor, which we will switch because sailors may contain flying ones. Also, the sat plate's going to be really useful for this gym because that means the electro moves are going to be dealing more damage. Actually, while we're in battle, I might as well do a cheatsy lookup. Make sure we're not running ourselves into any actual issues. Let's go. Thank you, Google, for remembering. Ah, I was right, Ringo. That means we use Spark. Okay, so Volpedia's fucking up, that's fun. Where do I find Jimmy Book? Characters? Is he under C for Crusher or W for there we go, Crusher Wake? Site's loading slowly because ads. No, just going into pastoria gym bit itself would work because it's not working on my phone. That's fun. Which means I'm going to be a cheeky bugger while we're doing that. What's the ring out? No Ringo? Okay. Actually work this time. You bloody stupid game. No, not a game. Site. Gym battle. Bone Diamond Shining Pearl. His team consists of level 27 and a level 30. Okay. As he utilizes a Gyarados which is water flying, so we're going to be wanting to use Luxio, but it does have Intimidate, so we've got to be careful about that, and Ice Fang to prevent us from just using Grass type. And then Quagsire is water ground, so we just murder the fuck out of it with a Grass type, like Growl / Torterra, depending on what level you are. And then Floatzel has Ice Fang, to just keep in mind, but outside that is just a water type with a citrus berry. Ah, we're back here. Now that we're back here, I'm just going to switch back over to Grotle. Oh yeah, we beat that train already. Oops, amazing. So He also has a rematch team of Politoed, Kingdra, Ludicolo, Huntail, Gyarados, and Floatzel with a Life Orb this time instead of the Central Value. Interesting approach there. And he does also appear in... Oh, there's Bell Tower in this game. Okay, interesting. And of course, he uses a Floatzel in Pokemon Masters EX as a sync pair scout of 3 stars. That sucked. As Sap Sipper, we actively are going to have to switch. That actually caught me off guard there a little bit. Bravo game. Subsipper means that your Pokemon's immune to grass. Wow, Vassal, Fluffledorf, blah. Anyways, we beat up the Azurill with our electric type, since that's the better way to do things. And then it also has a Mario. Okay, she has a Mario. That's a female trainer. I don't pay attention to the trainer models, I'll be honest. I go off of the words that are said. Like, oh, they have tubes? Okay, yeah, I can see the tubes. Yeah, fair enough. Pink for girl, blue for boy because gender norms. Ugh, fuck those. Anyway. We'll get more experience for Luxio if we have Luxio up front. I actually do consider the idea of maybe teaching Volt Switch to Luxio, then going for the approach of using it on the Gyarados, hoping it one-shots, and then I'm instant into Groat. For the other Pokemon, either way, it means that Groat's there ready and not having to think too hard about it. Also, it would negate the intimidate the Gyarados has, because, oh, I'm using a special attack. Level up! Oh, nice attack there so far. Level 61, no, 61 attack at the moment. Switching on over to Grotle because Barboach. Need 2 for the ability to hit it. I've said that before. I may have mentioned the Funhouse earlier, but like, Rizteef's closing down, and it's like, oh no, anyway. In a way, to me, because, I've never really cared about Rizteef as a whole, ever. And it's easy to do that when you don't watch most of it. / watch other things. Krogan wants to learn Swagger. Swagger, a normal type move that causes the opponent to be confused, but in doing so, they also have their attack stat sharply raised. It's designed for them to be like, oh, that's it, you. And then, oh look, counter, revenge. 2 moves that, you know, do more. Revenge actually is better than counter, I would argue, because it actually does do damage regardless, instead of, oh, it might do damage, might not, it depends, was that a physical attack? And some types just are more specially offensive, which just makes it kind of pointless. Anyway, Swagger, sure, we'll have it. I don't know if I'll ever use it because confusion, but a raised attack stat. Anyway, Moa's now level 24 and would like to learn Aqua Wing, which we'll happily have over Slam because Slam is a bit inaccurate, and Aqua Wing is a support move. That means that we'll be able to heal ourselves a little bit. So, it has its use. And that's the important thing. Anyway, Fisher Eric has a Gyarados for us to go and beat up. That's how lovely of him to showcase what a Gyarados will have to deal with. It might be weaker than the one Wake has, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, it is because it's low level. By 3 levels, so it ain't too much of a change. But that Intimidate. But our Intimidate. You see, it does counter each other to an extent. Now both are weaker automatically. Ooh, Scold. a water type move that can burn. Because it's a water type move that is based off the logic of really, really fucking hot water. Don't stick your hand in it, you fucking twat. But you have to shout at children, maybe, if you have children. That they do. I know that because I was the child. Oh me. How did I live? How did I survive childhood? Oh, I know why. It's because I sat in the living room all day playing on my PS2. And then most of my Nintendo DS. And Luxio's evolving! As part of most your average person that plays a Gen 4 game, even in Gen 8, behold, Luxway! Look at it! Look at our precious Luxway. Oh, it will protect us, I hope. Luxway, the Gleam Eyes Pokemon. The eyes gleam gold. It can spot prey that are hiding behind walls. It has wall hacks, the fucking cheaters. Why are they not Doctor? Oh! Marvel didn't need much to evolve. This is a trip to Serbia quickly, because Marvel. Oh, level 18! Oh! So, yeah, it was guaranteed to evolve. Oh, that's cool. The Aqua Rabbit Pokemon. Its long ears are superb sensors and can distinguish the movements of living things on riverbeds. Oh, that's useful, I guess. Oh, that is... Why is that texture on my TV like that? Oh, whatever. So, I guess we now have more Pokemon fully evolved. These two fuckers, and Grotl's close, but primarily Krogan's going to take the last thing, I think. Green switch, and we have to go this way. Now we can press the orange switch here and go, we've trapped ourselves. Today on We Are Absolute Idiots, I would use the other word, but no, I wouldn't, because that would be rather mean. That's the orange switch you use, and that allows you to go down here. There's our gym leader there. We just have to get to the last blue switch, which is up here in front of this trainer, and it's probably got a flying type, so like the raging sea, I crash down and wash away everyone before me. That's just how I roll. So, sorry, I'm my bad. Let soft, don't get where you're hold on dead in your head. Just don't give me rid of me. Oh, that's Shellos. Does Shellos be actually we caught Shellos. So it should be out, so it will tell us that Spark still works because it doesn't become ground until it evolves. Having fun playing Pokemon. Oh, that's Wingo. Glad I noticed the text. Last second. At this point, the amount of investment we've accidentally put into this Luxway, we might just end up having it in our final team. I'm not going to make any guarantees, but the potential is there. Besides, electric. Electric's cool. I like using electric types. We are getting so little experience. What we've got better bloody work against mailing once we're done here. Because we actually do need to go back there. Upon hitting the blue switch, we can now make our way to Crash Away. Now, first things first, we're going to heal because our team has suffered some damages in the getting to. Also, I just want to double check, what can Luxway learn? Flash, Swagger, Thief, Fault Switch, Attract, Shockwave, which, yeah, weak in that sense. Dazzling Gleam is vulnerable. Dig is vulnerable by 2 Pokemon. Aerial Ace is only vulnerable by Starwavia. So, yeah, okay. Right, let's save here and hope to God we don't fuck up. We should be stronger than we were against in the fucking up of Maylene, so we're still actually only on 2 badges, but hey, you know, I don't get challenged very often. The glory you are now beholding is the Pastoria Gym Leader. That's right, I'm Crasher Wake. My Pokemon were toughened up by stormy white waters. They'll take everything you can, throw at them, and then pull you under. Victory will be ours. Come on, let's get it done! Crasher Wake looks like a wrestler. In fact, the mask makes me think of Fader. Although Fader's, I think, looked better. Then again, Fader lost in the WWE and then left saying he was a fat piece of shit, so... yeah. Oh well. We can always remember his WCW and New Japan matches. Or was it All Japan that he wrestled in? No, it doesn't matter. Point is, he did wrestle in Japan. The Intimidation occurs! And he uses Crunch, which is a superior Dark-type move, but doesn't have the chance of flinching compared to Bite. And yep, Spark does the trick. Now, we have to see. If he switches to Floatzel, then we can stay in. If he switches to Quagsire, we have to switch. And by that I mean if the game says that he's going to switch, depending on that. Also, we'll get more experience out of this, which is good news for us in terms of fighting Maylene again. Yeah, Quagsire, which means we switch to Grotle. Having Houndoom in our party doesn't matter, to be fair, because at the end of the day, we're not going to be using it. And if we're down to just Houndoom, then I have fucked up massively. And besides, Quagsire is the one that doesn't have any fucking Ice-type moves to murder my Grotle with. So we're just going to do this, the simple way. We'll Razor Leaf the Quagsire, one-shot it, proving that, oh hey, look, my team does know I do know what I'm doing with my team. Level 32 on the Grotle, that's fine, we can handle that. Leech Seed at level 32 game, kind of a shite move there, but you know what, I'll replace Growth. Sure, I'll have it, because it does help with the whole siphoning of the health. Basically, we're making our Grotle have lifelink. Wait, is it lifelink or is it something else? A point being is that it's one of those vampires in Magic the Gathering that just gives you more life and takes away your opponent's life. Well, that's it too, which is lovely. Hey, that was a good move. Ah yes, Weasley, a good move. Honestly, it is actually quite a nice move for the mid game. Late game, there are probably better grass type moves you might want to have. And we're going to utilise our new move, Leech Seed, as we get Ice Fang for a good chunk of our health. So this is actually very useful to do, because now we won't die as quickly. At least hopefully we won't die as quickly, because that did a good 40 damage. Okay, so we can live another attack. More so now that we did that, and we're going to Mega Drain. Ice Fang, I don't know if it can flinch, and I'm not sure if it can freeze. Mega Drain almost did it! Ah! But we healed enough so we can live. Oh, thank goodness. See, this is called proper strategy. I am good at this game. See? I'm trying to justify this to myself because obviously I took a massive hit to the ego earlier, the other day when I fucked up massively at the fighting gym, and we may actually go back and deal with it actually after we're done with this, because let's face it, that's what we need to do for story progression, is the veilstone gym. This gym... He uses a super potion? Well, Maylene uses hyper? Did Game Freak think that we'd be going, oh, you know what, screw that Lucario, fuck that noise, I'm off, I'm going to the water gym, screw this. Is that what they were thinking? That can't be what they were thinking, because there are people that do choose Chimchar that batters Maylene so much more due to its fire fighting, just straight up countering Lucario. What the Also, we're getting to use all his super potions because we Mega Drain. We're at full health. Those Ice Fangs did nothing to us. We can just Razor Leaf. Like, Ice Fang now, oh no, we take the 40 damage that we took when Floatzel first came out. Oh no, Razor Leaf, we kill ya. There we go, we're done. Oh, this gym was so much easier. Oh dear lord. We could have just gone down here in the first place. Well, point is though, ha! It's gone and ended. How will I say this? I want more. I wanted to battle a lot more, then have more than 3 Pokemon, you idiot. And we get money. Yay! Do we have any Pokemon evolving? Or is it... Yeah! Grotle at level 32 evolves. Good. Good that it's evolving now, not before the battle. Oh god, that ground typing would have hurt a little bit more. Yeah, this is why we don't want Rupert on our team, or Charlotte, or any other fucking water ground, because... Ta-da! It is Torterra, my precious plant turtle thing. The continent Pokemon. At 7'3" and weighing 483.4 pounds. Holy shit. Well, it's the Torterra. Groups of this Pokemon migrating in search of water has been mistaken for moving forests. Yes. And it wants to learn Earthquake. Yes! Earthquake's great. It's a ground type move. Fair enough. That is really strong. And you know what, Mega Drain? It's had its use, but Razor Leaf is better because of the crit chance. Earthquake's better because it's a ground type move that stab and is powerful. End of the day, Torterra's good. I think all the Snow styles are good. People may complain, oh great, overpowering fighting, but well, it works within the dichotomy of the fact that Empoleon's part steel and Torterra's part ground. And yay, we got the Fen badge, meaning we have now got badge 4. Well, only this being our 3rd badge. So for our 3rd badge, we got the 4th one, and since due to story progress, the 4th one will be our 3rd badge. And we can now use the hidden move Defog while outside of battle using the Poketch. We also get the stickers that Wake uses and some TM55s. This contains the move Brine. Using it, we get to be an Irish YouTuber. I'm joking, of course. It inflicts double damage on targets with less than half their HP, which at that point, if you deal over... Which, by the way, if in turn 1 you deal more than half, you might as well just use that move again, versus using a move that may knock out because of that. Like, it doesn't give you priority, so it's actually not worth it in that sense. If it gave priority, then it'd be like, oh, okay, so it's a powerful wartime move for priority purposes, but then Aqua Jet already exists. If you really have a it's quite low on health, I need to kill it. I know, moment. Anyway, with that done, to the Pokemon Center, and we do have to make our way back to Veilstone for the story to actually progress. All of the various stuff involving Team Galactic here in Pastoria cannot happen until we've got the 3rd badge. No, that's the point that's being made. What time is it right now? Ooh, 5:07. And in case people want proof, there it is! It's 5:07 for me, where I live. Because it's GMT. Well, it's still GMT because it's not time for BST yet. If it was, I'd be thinking where most of the year went, but without me knowing, I would be very concerned to point it out. But anyway, since we've been to Veilstone, it's very easy to get back. We know. Oh, we're backtracking our way to Veilstone City. Maybe now I won't die horribly to Maylene's Lucario. Those scientists are also still there, so... Route 214. We hardly miss you. We hardly need you as we go back up. Well, actually, no, we would be leaving if it was a hardly needing, actually. Oh well. Anyway. And we are back to Veilstone. Before we do anything else, I want to go to the department store and buy some Great Balls, because I realised that we really should have had some by now. I don't know what was wrong with me for not buying them sooner. Okay, you have potions and 5s. I want to buy Great Balls because they'll be better. Oh, we can buy Ultra Balls now. Sweet. Buy 10. I bought 9. Okay, we bought 9 Ultra Balls. Let's just buy a few more just to be on the safe side. You never know. That's right. My balls aren't just great, they're ultra. Oh god, that makes me sound so shite. Okay, well, you know what? I'm enjoying myself now that I'm not dying horribly in a Pokemon battle. Although our ground typing on Torterra actually is also a benefit, because that means we actually have a move. Earthquake's good against Lucario due to its steel typing. So welcome back to the fighting type gym once more, and as I stated before, I believe, yep, we have to do all of this shite again in order to make our way to the gym. Oh yeah, we need to do that in order to... So if you had fun seeing me do this in the previous part, then don't you worry. We're seeing it all again, because it doesn't keep everything set the way that you'd think it would be. D-pad, life so much easier. Right, there we go, that's one. And just use that to cut in. Then we need to use this one. And then we need to go into this bit to push that one. And then up here. Good lord, this fucking gym. I do not like the design of this gym. Good lord. The water gym, at the end of the day, like, is a design that's like, yeah, okay, you're modulating the levels of water. You know what other gym does that in Gen 8? Yeah, that's right, the one in Gen 8 that is mainline, that isn't remake. You also have to deal with, like, water pipes and whatnot, which is still modulating of water to an extent, just less so flooding or deflooding and stuff. So the point is, it's still, the similarity is there, is the point. Anyway, we're back to Maylene, and you know what? I don't think we need to save. This is me being cocky now, so maybe we'll fuck up, and then I get to be all unhappy, and I get to maybe do an edit and do quiz fails at the fighting gym part 2, even after he does the water gym. I will go mad. Wait, but can't I already be mad? But that's for me to know and for you to find out. After all, stuff that we've already seen before. Behold the Meditite. Behold the Intimidate on the Meditite, which kind of does nothing. Behold as I use Aerial Ace and murder the Meditite. Because it deserves its death. It doesn't get to do anything in this battle. Ha 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 ha. Die, Maylene, die! Murder, kill! The Machoke is going to die too! It can choke on all of these! And if anyone wants to reply to that, then they are fools as well! Ah, the walks! My Staravia, no! But that doesn't matter, for the second aerial ace! We'll finish off the Machoke! Staravia is now very much weakened, and we are going to switch out of sense of we do not want to die. And also we can rely on other Pokemon to do their fucking job, hopefully, by now. So we'll switch to Torterra, who is going to do the job. At least I hope it does, because otherwise I've gone mad and therefore have wasted everyone's time. As you know, we haven't wasted our time. Oh, but this isn't the end! Oh, it started at the beginning. 2k for 24 ads, just fuck off. Drain Punch! It does that much damage to us. Oh god, that's actually quite bad. But our Earthquake! Your steel typing betrayed you as we one-shot you! Yes! Yes! We one-shot the Lucario now! Yes! Murdering the Lucario is what we needed! Screw you, Azumarill. We didn't need you. Houndoom gets the level to 29. Fair enough. Fair enough, Houndoom, you get a level up. I don't care about that right now. But, yes! I am stronger now! And you were the fool this time! She learned a lot from that, huh? Maybe the Lucario should have been higher level. Maybe Medplay should have been evolved. Maybe you should find someone to trade your Machoke into a Machamp, and then you'd have submission, and therefore you could kill yourself with recoil. Ha 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 ha. The gym badge of the third variety, obtained 4th, bizarrely enough. It's the Cobble badge. That makes it sound like it's a rock badge. It makes it sound like a what type gym. Oh well, I guess she was doing a bit of a cobbling on us. That sounded weird. It allows us to use CFLive on the Pokédex app, which means we don't actually need Fly at all as a TM, which is kind of useful in a way because it's alright. And we get the stickers and TM60s, which is Drain Punch. Does damage and gives us health. Yippee! But that means we're done! We're done of this place! Oh, thank goodness! We are no longer in hell! And Dawn's here to greet us back into the realm of the living. Can you help me? I dropped my Pokédex and Team Galactic took it. Oh, Dawn, you idiot. No, they won't give it back. I really need your help. I'll be waiting for the warehouse. Please, come. Sorry, Dawn. I already did all of that in the gym. Okay, that sounded weird. I apologize profusely. Do not fucking quote me on that. Okay, all my insanity that's happened. Okay. We're gonna go to the Pokemon Center. We're gonna save. Oh god. If I actually have any viewers right now, then I apologize for the madness. I'm just glad I don't have to do that again. Anymore. Oh, what's fun is next gym's Ghost. If they all have Levitate, then Torterra's useless. But we have Houndoom with Beat Up, so we're gonna beat them down. That's what we'll do to them ghosts. We'll beat them down. I'm trying to come up with a joyous way of doing a tune to beating up various ghost types. We'll be doing that, of course, when we get back to Hearthome. But first, we have to go and save Dawn's Pokédex from those Team Galactic arseholes. What would they even generate out of that anyway? Yes, it would appear here that we've forgotten to actually evolve any of the Cricketots that we may have. It would appear that they become Cricketune. You know, kind of weird. But you know what? I've gone mad. I'm maybe a little hungry because it's like, because of the time of day it is. It is 5:17 after all. Usually I'd start eating by now. So, I think this is about the time to end. For those on YouTube, obviously comment if you have anything you want to comment. Do all the things you can on there. Liking, subscribing, sharing, all that malarkey. Especially since currently I have 2 playthroughs that I am actively trying to focus on. This and Trials of COD Still 3. Hopefully I don't rage quit COD Still 3 like I rage quit COD Still 2. It's a good thing that they're not blind playthroughs. This is also not blind on the technicality of Gen 4, but hey, that's just me. And of course, as I have on the console source, and I don't have on the PC source, if there is something you want to see me stream, suggest it. I'll make a list. And then when I'm done with this, I'll look at the list and come up with an order of play. And I think that's the best way to do it. Have a few things going on at the same time, but not too many things, so I don't, you know, get my brain all jumbled being like, I want to stream, I could do that, this, that, those. You know, it just save me having the whole like moment. And of course, anyone who does watch this on Twitch, I hope you enjoy the live experience, and I hope you enjoyed my madness if you were just watching me go through the fighting type gym as I lost all my sanity. At least we one-shot the Lucario this time. Right. Nevertheless, next time on Shining Pal, we'll help Dawn out. Then we'll go back down and do all the story stuff that there is meant to be done in Pastoria when you go there after doing the veilstone gym and then proceeding to do the Pastoria gym in the way that Game Freak intended. And of course, we'll slowly be making our way back to Hearthome City to go and challenge Fontaine. Is it Fantasia? No, it's Fantilia. No, not Fantilia, that's Honkai. The point is, we'll be taking on the Ghost Gym next in terms of the gyms. So until next time, I'll see you all. Bye bye.